What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Don back here with another build video, man. And today I got y'all with the glitch 6.9 build, but my version. I'm talking about, it's more like the perimeter lockdown. If y'all played, what was that, 2K20? Yeah, it was more like the perimeter lockdown. Super toxic on defense, can hit the tray ball, can defend, can finish. I like balanced builds, and that's what I'm gonna give y'all right now. But this is a glitch build, so you gotta do the glitch. We can get started with it right now, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get that thing started. So first thing you wanna do, you will be making this build at the shooting guard position. So you wanna take it to 6'3", man. And then we're gonna take the weight all the way up to big body, 220 pounds. And with the wingspan, we're going with 7 foot. Body shape doesn't matter, but just for the fun of it, I like to make him burly. Look how big this dude is, man. But all right, so we can go with the burly body type. Now, this part does not matter. We're going to be changing all of this later on, but you do need to max out the build, man. You're gonna have to pretty much make a save file for you to edit later on to actually do the glitch. But up until then, just keep putting everything on here. Once you get to 98, just run on down the stamina, put something else on there. Pick 2 takeovers real quick, then go ahead and hit finish. And then once we actually finish the build, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go and get in here and go to edit the build, go back out to the main menu right there, or then we go hit features, settings. We're gonna scroll down till we see units of measurement. We wanna turn that to the metric system, man. And then we we'll go back in there because we gotta get back in the builder now. We gotta go edit that build. Now, we're gonna edit this build right here. This is what we wanna do. To get it to 6.9, we wanna go to 2.05. on the height. Now for the weight, we're gonna take that all the way down, man. We want this build to be nice and perimeter ready. That's what we want to do. We want to be a perimeter lockdown. So with that being said, we will be putting the wingspan all the way to max, 2.31 meters. Body shape is up to you. I'm gonna go with built for the purpose of this video. And go ahead and smash continue. Now we're gonna get right into the build. This is the actual build right here. Let's get into it. All right, man, now that we are finished with the actual glitch part, we're gonna go ahead and start touching on these attributes, man. So for the close shot, we wanna go with a 52. We won't be using this build to do close shots, man. You don't got no need for that. We're gonna take the driving layup up to an 80, which is pretty high. It's gonna get you a lot of badges on a very high level. You know what I'm saying? With the driving layup on 80, and then with the driving dunk of 92. This build cannot get a Hall of Fame. It can't get Hall of Fame, or at least not this version. This version can't get Hall of Fame posterizer. So we just gonna go with 92 to get gold. Ain't no reason to put it any higher since you can't get Hall of Fame, or at least that's my opinion. But you can edit the build in order to make it whatever you need it to be. For the standing dunk, we can go with a 75, and then for the post control, we will be going with a 37. Now, that does get you 19 body bag badges, and you see some of the best badges you do have on a high level, such as Slithery, Posterizer, and Limitless Takeoff, man. And if you want to use anything else, by all means, you're going to have plenty of badge points left over. I kind of just needed to make sure I hit those thresholds. So we're going to go with an 80 for the mid-range shot, because we do want to be able to get sniper kind of high. I know a lot of people lately have been saying you don't need it. I don't know about that one, man. I might have to check into that myself. I haven't taken it off personally, but you know, a lot of YouTubers or other people like to say stuff, and it's up to you to go with it. Now for the shooting, we do have 22 badges. You see, look at all, we got a lot of silvers, but I'm saying with the 77 3-point shot, you should be just fine. I got a 74 on one of my bigs, and I really don't have a lot of issues shooting. With the pass accuracy, we want that gold bullet passer, man. And on every build that I have, I try to get at least gold to my bullet passer because I really like the badge, and I feel like you are just a liability to your team if you don't have it. And then we can go with a 70 with the speed with ball. Now we're gonna be taking a look at the defense, the best part of this build, man. This build is a straight up lockdown. It can do everything a lockdown needs to do, man. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and put perimeter D up to 90. We're going to do the same thing with steal. You see that does get you Hall of Fame interceptor, which is the badge that comes with this build that makes it just so OP. And then we're going to put a 95 on the block, man. Listen, this build does not need 95 block, but I like it. And it's honestly just to make sure we get as many defensive badges as we possibly can, man, because that's what makes a lockdown. It's all the defensive badges that they end up getting. And just to put icing on the cake, just to make the build a little bit better, we can go ahead and put some rebounding on it. And so we're going to end up with a 57 offensive rebound and a 87 defensive rebound. And you see that does get you silver rebound chaser. You really won't be down there like that, so you don't really got to worry about it too much. We're going to go ahead and put some speed on the build. We're going to have the speed max, the acceleration max. We're going to take the vertical up to a 75 and make sure we get all the dunk animations we could want. And then with that, we're going to go ahead and add a couple more points to strength. We're going to go ahead and put the strength up to a 40. You want it to be a little bit of something so you can actually get those bump animations on a perimeter, man. That is super important to the build. You're not a lot if you can't get consistent bumps and, you know what I'm saying, harass the ball handler. Now we can go ahead and choose the takeovers for this build. These are the ones that we had on earlier. I would suggest going with some lock takeovers. Extreme clamps and perimeter badge drop are both very good options. I would go with double extreme clamps. When you get those bumps, go for the steal. When you get those bumps on the perimeter, go for the steal. You'll get it a lot of the times that you probably think, you wouldn't on other builds, but you'll be able to get it on this one. And we have built a two-way facilitating finisher. Shades of Clyde the Glide, Jaylen Brown, and Klay Thompson. I would say Jaylen Brown is probably the closest, in my opinion. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the badges that I would put on this build, because what is a build without badges? But one thing that I like to tell people on this channel, make sure that the badges, the takeover, and the build just in general matches your playstyle. That's very important. No build is gonna be a good build if it doesn't match the way you play. So all right, we're gonna put Limitless on, Posterizer on, and Slithery on. That's honestly all you need. Anything else is just icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? Since we got 2 extra, I'm gonna put on Lob City. And this build is done. Look at that. This build is, the finishing badges are done. It's real simple on that. Now for the shooting, it depends on how you play, obviously. But we're gonna go catch and shoot. Gotta have that. Deadeye, need that. Slippery off ball, I do think is actually important to this build because this is a big build. So I'm gonna put slippery off ball on gold. I'm gonna put sniper on Hall of Fame, hot zone. I'm gonna have that on silver. And then anything else that you want to put is just extra at this point. Stop and pop, I would say it'd probably be a good badge for this build. And then with the last two, we go blinders and corner. This build does not have to sit in the corner. It does have a high enough 3-ball to be successful shooting like near the perimeter, like near the top. Now for the playmaking, this is an off-ball build, so we want glue hands on Hall of Fame. We do want unpluckable. You got to make sure you get that quick first step. Handles for days if you plan on dribbling. Bullet passer. That's a no-brainer. Of course, we're going to have that on. And then I'm going to just put on a bunch of bronze badges just to finish it up. Now for the defense, man, even though this build does have 25 defense, I would still use that extra 6 or 7, depending on the level that you got to in Season 3. I would still add them to defense because why not? But I will be putting on all of the best perimeter defending builds. Perimeter defending badges. Let me adjust this a little bit. I probably don't need chase down that high. Put that on bronze for now. Make sure we get Intimidator up there. Put Intimidator on silver. Pick Dodger on silver. And the way that you would do this build if you're playing it a little bit different, if you're going to be guarding the point guard, like, you should know your team well enough to know if you're going to be guarding the point guard. If you're gonna be guarding the point guard, put clamps higher, put pick dodger as high as you can possibly get it. But if you're not guarding the point guard, you can take off ball pest off. You really don't need it if you're not gonna be guarding the point guard. You can drop minutes a little bit, drop minutes to silver, put off ball pest off, and then put more into pick dodger. Everything else is good though. I would say ankle braces is good on gold. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It has been your boy Don. Now I'm up out of here. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.